Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to LaserBeam Live. This is episode number 46. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I had some funky stuff happening with my streaming software. It kind of paused at the end of the countdown and then started and stopped stream. We are past it. It's here. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and if you can see me and if the stream is good. We're not dropping any frames or anything like that. Let me know in the chat. You know the deal. My name is Ikenna Ofoha for CNC Labs, and whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, I appreciate you spending just a little bit of your time with me. Thank you very much. Let's see who's in the chat. Jack in the shop was in there. Bill S, thanks for joining. Barry R, thank you for joining. Dana, thank you. Nicholas, thanks for coming back. Dougson? Am I pronouncing that correctly? Dougson? Thank you for joining. Thank you very good. Thank you very much. Not thank you very good. We got Zeus here in the background over here. Say hi, Zeus. He's good. So what are we doing today? Just a simple project. We're just engraving on some wood. Nothing too complex. We're just going to be using some 1/4 inch ply, and we're going to be actually doing a QR code. So I'm curious to see after we engrave if we'll be able to actually scan the QR code. I tested it when I made the QR code that it works and everything. So if we can get all the details of it and engrave it, then we should be able to just scan our piece of engraving, which is probably a cool product that you guys can add to any branding stuff for your projects. If you run small businesses or side hustles or things like that, or if you just want to do something for a friend, family, I think it's a cool kind of idea that you can engrave QR codes and have those be like super scannable, which is super cool. So something simple, something easy. 1 second. Yeah, something simple, something easy, and something cool. Just something relaxed, guys. This is number 46. I'm getting tired, guys. I don't know how many more ideas I can come up with. I'm gonna need your help to come up with new LaserBeam Live ideas, because, yeah, it's hard. It's harder than you might think. You think like you'd have an unlimited amount of projects to do, but it's quite hard. So send me ideas if you have some. I know there's still like, we're gonna do the magnetic mount. We can even do stuff like, I ordered a third-party engraving bed. So I ordered those. That actually might be something that we could just order in bulk and sell on the website. So we'll see. I'll see if I want to pursue that. But just give me 1 second. Let me open up G-Sender and Lightburn so we can get started. So there goes G-Sender. Router plus LaserBeam project. Like, I would, but that's something I would only do probably at the office, because I don't want a bunch of sawdust in my apartment. As much as like the I know that the dust chute does a great job of collecting a lot of the dust, and I have an enclosure, it would still just like linger in my apartment, and I just don't want something that. So maybe I'll do a joint stream with Jason, because Jason makes a bunch of content, or Scott makes a lot of content. So maybe one day when they come into the office, we can do a joint stream. Maybe we can even do a joint alt mill laser stream, so they can do alt mill projects and then we can laser it afterwards. I was able to find a little bit of a bug. I don't know if it's a feature or like if this is on purpose or a bug. I'm gonna be talking to the Chris and the G-Center team to find out if this was a feature or a bug. But if you guys are using the SLB and you guys are using Gerbil HAL and you have laser offsets in your settings, they might not actually transfer over to be usable. So I've had a few people send in tickets and say that they used to have a longboard, or before all their laser offsets were working perfectly. We wrote a whole resource section in the laser section for that, but it was working perfectly for people. And then all of a sudden, when they switched over to the SLB, the offsets in G-Sender settings were no longer working for the laser function. So we did find that out. I did find that out that if you actually have to set them via firmware when you're using Gerbil HAL or with the SLB, let me show my screen so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'll pop open Lightburn and G-Sender and then show you guys my screen here. And this I can use as kind of like a quick little fix. I've already sent the fix over, and then I'm going to be talking to the software team because it might be that they didn't do this, like it's not an accident that this happened. It's like on purpose, because if they did it a certain way, it might have started messing with software in certain ways. So I'm not going to assume that it was like a bug or anything. It might have been on purpose, but it might also just be something that they didn't think of, or something that I didn't let them know laser wise, so that nobody ever found out until you guys figured it out. So I will chat with them and we'll figure it out from there. But I'm glad that I found it. One second. So Barry says engraving white tiles. I think I've already engraved white. I think I engraved tile. I don't think I've done slat though. So maybe I can do white tile, and then maybe we could do some slat. Because I'm pretty sure slat does engrave really well. So, okay. Sorry guys, we have no screen capture here. Nope, we want to do... Okay, there we go. Sorry, I don't know. OBS is the software that I use to handle the stream, and it's just been glitching just a little bit today, so bear with me, guys, but it looks like we're all good to go right now. So let me pop open G-Sender and show you guys what I'm talking about. So originally, if you are using an offset, you would just go to your settings, top corner, the gear icon, you'd go to spindle/laser, and then here in your X offset and your Y offset, you would set your spindles. We have the general recommendations on our resource section telling you what these should be. Obviously, there's small inconsistencies machine to machine, and but it's a good enough starting point that you can start testing. And maybe if you need like very small, like if you really need high accuracy, then you can take our numbers and you can double check it to make sure that you're getting as accurate as an offset. But our numbers should be pretty bang on. But you would just set it here, make sure it's saved. You'd get the little icon that says your setting saved, and then every time you toggle from laser to spindle, you would have this offset, right? Your little spindle thing would move. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So if I put 50 and 50, then as I toggle, so it's saved, you guys can see, oh, you guys can't see because of my camera, but it's saved. You can see the corner of the icon there. And every time I switch to laser mode, it should move 50, like that, exactly. So maybe it's not a Gerbil HAL thing. Maybe this was just an error in one version of Gerbil HAL. Because I was able to replicate our customer's error using G-Sender 1.4.7. This is G-Sender 1.4.1. So maybe somewhere along the line, our customers were having these issues. But essentially, this should always be changing based on the offsets that you enter into the settings. But if I go to firmware and I type in offset, there are some Gerbil HAL settings here that actually deal with your offset as well. So what our customers were finding, at least with, it's only been confirmed in G-Sender version 1.4.7, is that the settings, changing your offsets and settings weren't working for them, and they actually needed to, we figured it out together that for them, they actually had to come in here, go into EEPROM setting number 741, 742 to actually manually put their offsets in, their laser offsets in the firmware itself. That might just be that one particular version of GSender that had this issue, because I'm using 1.4.1 on this computer, and my offsets are working as they should be from the regular settings here. So I'll talk to Chris and we'll figure that out. But for the time being, we're able to. So guys, if you are having this issue, then awesome, you know how to fix it. If you aren't having this issue, then great. You guys don't need that little bit of information. But I just wanted to kind of detail that, so just in case that can help somebody, and I can obviously send this part of the video to other people who are experiencing this issue. So let us get started. I'm going to import my QR code. So let's get started here. So I'm going to go File, and I'm going to go to Import. Let's go to our image folder, and we've got the QR code right here. So I'm going to try to do it a few times. So I'm going to try to make it so that I can at least do it twice on this little piece of scrap, 1/4-inch plywood. So this thing is about 70 millimeters by 50 millimeters. So I'm going to lock the dimensions as a square. So 70 by 50, I'm going to go 35 by 35. So we'll drop that to down here, and we'll go 0, 0. For our engraving settings, we will do we'll actually use our cards here, because we have these cards that we made last one of our previous streams as a reference. So I can kind of go off this to be like, what do I want? Well, I want it super dark, to be honest. So kind of just want to go with our I want to probably go with our like very high power. I might just do 100% power. And for speed, I'll probably do 40. And then I'm going to do threshold, because there's only black and white here. So we can do threshold in order to make sure that there's no confusion anywhere when the image is being processed. And I don't think DPI is going to matter, but we'll just leave it. All right, so this is super simple. I want to be able to get 2 tries, just try different settings, make sure they're all scannable, and we'll go from there. So let's save our QR code here. I'll just do QR version 1. I'll pop open here so you guys can see me set up the laser. I'm going to click import our G-code file. And guys, I've gotten a bunch of tickets recently about, I think Vectric updated their software. And ever since that happened about a month ago, I've been getting a bunch of tickets of people having issues using Vectric's laser module G-code in GSender, and people are having issues with that. But so guys, I am exploring that. I'm trying to get as much information as possible so I can work with the software engineers so that we can figure out what's happening here. So if you are also experiencing that issue, please stay patient. We will get to you and try to solve the issue as soon as possible. So I'm just gonna put our little scrap piece. I'm actually just gonna put 2. There we go. And I'm just gonna move my laser around so I can focus it. So I'm gonna turn on my driver now. Just gonna move this camera back. Just gonna hit my reset button. There we go. And now I can turn it on at 1%. Make sure I'm all in focus here. So there we go. There we go. Looks pretty focused to me. Obviously, I'm using a piece of scrap, so I don't really care if I burn my material, but if you were using a good piece of material, then use a scrap piece on top, change your Z, and then once you focus it on your scrap material, lower your Z by the width of the scrap material. You know the basics. Don't screw up your expensive material. There we go. So I'm going to zero it all from there. And then let's get started here. So let's go ahead. So guys, if you guys have any recommendations for future streams, we'll do laser router, we'll do magnetic mount. I think I'll purchase a honeycomb bed so that we can start playing around with that. In a perfect world, we could do a venting system. In a perfect world, I would release the magnetic mount, release a venting system, release a pro air assist, and a honeycomb, right? So for those of you guys who don't want to upgrade to something like a CO2 laser, the one that we're working on and that we'll release eventually, we can still add improvements to the laser beam itself. So, you know, being able to having a more robust air assist, like a pro air assist, will increase your cutting capability. As we've shown, like raising your material off the bed increases your cutting capability. So using a honeycomb bed, so that's something we can offer. Obviously, venting is a great way to make your laser more versatile. So you know it's easier to ventilate stuff, and you know this is living proof. Of course, we're not going to release an enclosure, but having like a venting system is still good. Yeah, and then obviously the magnetic mount is pretty much done. I'm going to keep the design the same as our co-op student Abeku designed. It's just about the logistics and a little bit more testing. Camera use. So yeah, Lightburn does actually sell a camera, and they recommended that we use their camera. We probably will use their camera because they've already kind of tested everything and calibrated their software for their camera. So I think we'll have the best outcome if we just use the camera that they offer. So maybe we'll resell it, or we'll offer it on our website, or we'll offer our own version. But yeah, camera use is definitely good. I have a few live streams last summer that went over camera use. We had like a series of videos because it was hard to set up and we had some issues. Oh, you want one on the alt mill? That would be interesting. Right now, we're all working very hard to get the alt mills out the door. Our operations team is testing the packaging. Our product lead, Daniel, is working very hard. He's very stressed at the moment, but that's only because he cares a lot about the quality of the product and making sure that it all gets out. Pretty much all hands are on deck to make sure that the product gets out. Even I'm helping manage the project and help where I can take things off people's plate. So the whole company is kind of pushing very heavily towards the alt mill getting out the door as soon as possible. So we're all kind of very excited. So very, very exciting stuff. I think I started it too off because I don't think I'll be able to run this twice. I don't think I'll have the room. I think I screwed up a little bit. But that's okay. We have a couple scrap materials in there, and I can flip it if I need to. So this was a pretty short job, about 3 minutes. So honestly, if this works first try, this is a great way to add versatility to your projects, make things customs for your clients, your friends, your family, whoever you're making projects for yourself. I think it's just a cool little thing to try out. QR codes, pretty dope. All right, we are. So Barry asks, company news question: are you aware of any more discussion about hosting events at your office for people to learn and how to best use the CNC and/or laser? Yes, we will be doing these. Um, Yeah, Jason is very interested in doing it. I've already agreed that like if once we get the infrastructure set up, like I'll make myself available for seminars and stuff. Um, yeah, it is something that we're working really hard. Jason is very swamped. He was kind of the idea lead on that because he like it's just a great idea to get done. He was kind of leading the charge on that, but he's very swamped with different areas of the company in terms of marketing and alt mill resources and customer service. Of course, he's the head of our customer service. So the moment he has a time to breathe and come up with a plan, I'm definitely down to hop on and help him bring that plan to fruition. Um, yeah, so just stay tuned because once alt mill kind of gets out of the door and things can die down a little bit, we'll definitely have some time to do some cool stuff like that. So yes, we do plan on doing it. It's a great idea that we've kind of pitched before and other people have pitched and we love it and we will do it. This actually looks really cool. I really hope it works. Okay, awesome. It does work. Where did it take us? Stay up to date on the UltraBeam landing page. That's where the QR code took us. It's the UltraBeam landing page. Sign up for the email update list. Here it is. It actually looks really good. It came out really, really detailed. I think threshold. Not really at this point in my life. No, 46 live streams. I've probably run over 500 jobs on the laser, probably more. Um, but you got to keep the suspense there. So yeah, this is totally doable, totally cool, quick, easy project. This might be our shortest stream ever, guys. Like we just did it. It was like one try. It was done. It was kaput. It's over. Um, all right. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I can do some more. But you guys know the deal at this point. You guys let me know what you want, okay? We can just hang out and chill. You guys can throw it out an idea or anything, and I'll run that for the next 30 minutes. Or you guys can tell me to end the stream and get lost, okay? This one just kind of came out perfect. There's nothing really I would change. It's very good. The contrast is perfect. It scans. It's like the engraving is very dark. It was relatively quick to run. I wouldn't change a thing. So you guys let me know what you want. I can answer questions. Maybe we can even go over some technical support questions because I know we have some people. So Michael asks, what's the air assist like on the laser engraver? I get a lot of scorching around my engraves, and I assume more air helps that. So Michael, the air assist is mainly for cutting. So the air assist moves the debris and allows you to cut a little bit better. For engraving, sometimes it doesn't really help that much, right? You might get a darker engraving because the air assist is helping move particulate out of the way of the laser, more power to your material, darker engraving, but you're also getting like the air is actually pushing the smoke or the particulate in a direction, which can actually char your job as well. So it's for engraving, it's kind of you have to see what works. Some like most times I do not use it with engraving, but for cutting, it does add to the cutting. Um, yeah, so that's the answer for the engraving. Dana asks, is there a way to laser a contour like a spoon? Yeah, there is. I know the X Tools P2 CO2 laser has the contour tool, and I know that we're gonna have a Z axis on ours, so I can do some research right now. Bill asks, what's the process to create a QR code? So I just Googled generate QR code, and it came up with an Adobe Express website generator. I did have to log in. I don't know if, like, I'm sure you can make a login for Adobe without making a purchase, but I'm not sure if you get access to all these things. So I'll send a link. I'll put the link, and you might just need to make an Adobe account, or just log into your Adobe account if you have one. Um, and then you guys can let me know if that works for you. So I'll send that in the chat right now, and you guys can let me know if that works. Sorry, I don't see it in the chat. Maybe we might not be able to. We're not. Okay, there we go. It just took a second. Um, so let me know if that works for you. Let me know if you could just make a quick account and use it. There might just be other free generators online. I'm sure it's not that difficult. Just Google QR code free generator. I just went with Adobe because they're a trusted site, so I knew I wasn't gonna, get a virus or anything stupid like that. Um, yeah, so let's do some research because we will have a Z-axis. We will have Z-axis capability. Okay, cool. Dana says Canva also comes with one, and Canva's free website. Make an account for free, and also they just have great stuff that they're offering. So because the laser that we're developing will have a moving Z-axis, you'll have at least 1.5 inches, probably 2 inches of travel on the Z-axis of the laser. Let's explore contour Z-axis laser engraving. Let's see if Lightburn currently has that capability. So let's do some. So let's see. Just doing some research here. Hmm. Hey, Nick, thank you so much for joining, first of all. Thank you for buying a LaserBeam, supporting the company. I imagine you probably have a long mill as well, so thank you for that. And thank you for coming in live. Nick's astrophotography, very cool. Thank you so much. Jack says, I like QR code AI art generator. You can make pictures in the QR codes. Oh, that's so cool. How about using the laser with rotary to do contour engravings EA? Oh yeah, Chris, we actually do have a bunch of, we did do some videos of some contour so we did, during the launch, we did a bat, but I can bring one home, and we can do some cool stuff like that. That should open up some options that we can play with. So that's a great idea, Chris B. Thank you so much. Yeah, we'll add that to the list. I'll bring home a rotary, vortex rotary axis, and we can play with that. We can continue to play with that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That's a really cool idea. Jack says there's QR code AI art generator. Okay, let's see if we can find one of those. I'm sorry, Dana, I'm going to do some more research on the contouring and see if we can get back to that. AI art QR code generator. I just want I want to find one that I can. I want to find one where I don't have to make a website or a login because I don't know which websites to trust or not. Let me get the link. I want to make the code for. Just copy that. Let's see if these guys will ask me to. Let's see. The prompt is a black cowboy in the Midwest who pulls his laser gun in a duel at sunset. Let's see if it will give me this prompt. Oh, do I have to give credits? Guys, I don't want to give credits, but this I actually really want to see this now. Now that I've come up with the prompt, I want to see this. Andy, can I put this on the company card? Can I put AI QR code generator on the company card? I might just do it. I'm not gonna lie. This seems amazing. This seems so much fun. Okay. Hopefully I don't get scammed. But yeah, I would love to see this. Uh, okay, let's see. Can we generate this? Oh, I start out with 25 credits. This is amazing. I'm sorry, I'm not focusing on chat. Um, I'm learning the Vortex currently, so not good at it. Yeah, I haven't put a lot of time in it, but hey, we'll do that during these streams. Um, okay, let's pick a preset. Guys, I'm only gonna show you guys this after I generate it, just in case some not like great stuff pops up. Okay. I just need to find a preset which is like an art style. Pulls his laser gun and fires it. A duel at sunset. Um, let's do fantasy art. Okay. All right. One by one. All right. Let's generate it. NSFW content has been detected. Please try again with a different prompt. What? A a male black cowboy in the Midwest who pulls his laser gun and fires it in a duel at sunset. Why would that be NSFW? Maybe the gun? Is it the gun that makes this NSFW? I'm so confused. Maybe it's the firing. Okay, maybe no firing the gun. Maybe just he has the gun. Okay, maybe. No. Um, a cowboy? Maybe it's race. Maybe we can't do race. No. Okay. Maybe we can pick a template. Black cowboy in the Midwest. Um, about to duel at sunset. Let's see that. Let's maybe that. Will that generate? Oh, it's in the queue. Oh my gosh. I don't know how long the queue is going to take. Guys, I really want to see this. Where did he go? Ikenna's a prop smith. He's gone. When you guys said he's gone, what did you guys mean? Did my camera stop? Michael, I'm using LaserBeam for laser code. Oh, I lost the feed. Sorry, guys. I don't know why that happened. How long does this usually take? Because I would love to get this done and then... No, this doesn't... This looks horrible. Cowboy in the Midwest. That cowboy in the... Riding into the sunset. All right. All right, we're queued. I didn't like the first one, okay? It didn't look good. All right, we got an actual... There's no way. Guys, I'm going to show you guys this. But there's no way this is going to be scannable, okay? There's absolutely no way that this is going to be scannable, guys. I just don't believe it. I'm going to say it's not going to happen. Right screen. All right, I just don't believe it, guys. Are you guys seeing this? They did their best. Really? Oh my gosh. Oh, true. Yeah, but will we lose like the detail? Okay, all right, we're trying it. We're doing it. All right, we're doing it. Cowboy QR. I would have never thought that this would end up being my job. That I'd be using AI to create a cowboy scannable QR code. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Michael. Yeah, we're kind of pushing very hard on the alt mill, but as soon as that's done, we will, or I will definitely be making the CO2 laser. We're putting that back in focus. So I'm glad that you guys are still interested and you guys are giving us some patience here. Okay, so let's see if this will actually work. Let's see if we can engrave it in enough detail that it'll actually work. I know like the images, it will work, but can we get like enough detail out of our engraving that it will work? And then how long is this job going to take? Because we have about 15 minutes. So let me import. All right, got our little cowboy. We got to do, all right, we'll do like 50. We'll do the full size. Actually, no, I don't want to do the full size because I know this is going to take forever. All right, doing 0, 0. We're doing 200 DPI. Doing about 50 millimeters per second. Doing Jarvis. All right. We're going to save this G code. Cowboy QR. I don't know how long this is going to take. We have about 15 minutes. Hopefully we can finish it in that time. If not, you guys will have to find out on the next stream how it went and if it worked in an engravable sense. So, all right, you got this. So there. Let's show you guys what we're doing here. Put that. Let's turn it on, know where we are. There we go. Right in the corner. Let's zero everything out. And let's start the job. All right. We're estimated about 4 or 5 minutes, but we'll see what the real time is after it runs for a little bit. If this doesn't work, I might be tempted to try it with some higher DPI. Might even want to try it with a lower power to see if the contrast would be better. But if it works, okay? If it doesn't, we'll maybe try again because we'll have some time. This seems like it's pretty quick. Thank you very much, Dana. Don't forget to give the like. Don't forget to give this video a like, this stream a like. Go down there, click the like. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's plywood, Dana. I think a while ago, before the last woodworking show in Hamilton in October, I cut up like 100 of these little pieces. Oh, so black and white would have increased the contrast? Is that what you're saying? Because doesn't this, let me know, because doesn't importing it into Lightburn kind of automatically make it black and white? Or does generating the image in the AI using black and white give it like better qualities? Okay. All right, we'll see. This is actually pretty quick, so we'll have time to run it again. Here, we can do, uh, in black and white. I'll pick a new style this time. We'll click comic book. All right. I'm gonna black cowboy in the Midwest riding a robotic horse at sunset in black and white. Okay. Let's see. It's cued. Let's see what this thing looks like. Oh, this looks way better. Oh my god, this one is way cooler. Why did it give me color though? I asked for black and white, okay, and they gave me color. It's bigger than black and white, guys. It's bigger than black and white. Guys, what has this live stream become, okay? We were just supposed to be making QR codes. Now we have black cowboys on robotic horses in black and white, but not really black and white, guys. So, I don't know. What has this stream become? I don't care. I'm trying it. Let's do it. Let's download it. Version 2. We're doing this again. We're doing it again. All right. So I'm importing this. I think it looks way cooler too. Let's see what this one looks like. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to be scannable. I'm going to be very honest. I don't know if this is going to be scannable. Let's see. No, not scannable. Okay, maybe do we want more contrast? Do we want more contrast? Let's take a look here. What do we want here? Let's go to just image. What do we want here? Do we want more contrast? Or what are we looking for? We need the differences between the white and the dark. So maybe we want a lower power. Bump up the contrast for sure. No, we might lose some detail there. Okay, brightness. No. Keep that stock. The gamma. Oh. All right, let's try that. Guys, but I'm trying to get it to work on the wood. So let's do 80. Let's bump up the DPI. Yeah, my burn might be too dark. I'm gonna go maybe 80, maybe 75. 75. I'm gonna bump up the DPI back to 250. All right. All right, guys, this is our last one. Cowboy QR version 2. Let's do it. Let's run it. Let's get the wood back in there. All right. Get this all aligned. All right. Gonna zero everything. And let's get this running. All right, 8 minutes. This will take us right to the end of our stream. Perfect timing. We'll try to scan it. And we'll call it a night. This thank you for the suggestion, Jack, in the shop, because this became a lot more interesting of a stream, a lot more interesting of a project. Okay, so everybody thank Jack, resident laser demon, for the idea, keeping us interested. We'll see if this cowboy on a robotic horse at sunset is going to be scannable. I am very curious to see the output. Yeah, this is the 3-element, Dana. All right, you guys got about 6 minutes. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and then as soon as this is done, we're gonna try to scan it, and I'm gonna get out of here. It's been nice using the 3-element lens. I think I would bounce between the G2 and the 3-element, to be honest. I like the short focal length of the G2, and I like the hyper detail of the 3-element. Sometimes you want like something that can do both, but I think I don't know. I don't think swapping them is ever such a big deal to me that I think I would just pick which one I want. Either like the ease and convenience of a short focal length and like maybe some cutting power, or just like the detail of a 3-element. I think I would just pass. I would go between them. But depending on the project, like if I wanted to do both in the same project, like there was a focus on both, I wanted cutting power and engraving, then I might want to look at the G8s and the G7s. And I don't want to like pause and swap lenses or do two-part G codes, then like, yeah, that's when I would probably look at G8, G7 lens. But for when I'm just doing projects that are like, oh, this is just an engraving project, this is just a cutting product. Yeah, the finer lines is definitely good. Yeah, plywood is always tricky. You just don't know what the adhesives that's in like the centers, and always makes things messy and weird and a little bit inconsistent. So yeah, the 3 element definitely can add that a little bit more consistency. All right, we're coming up about halfway done. We're at 45%. Barry, I'm using just a standard 4-inch inline fan from Amazon. I just searched up one that had good reviews. 4-inch inline fan, and then it's ducted to a pre-filter, then a charcoal filter. If I could do it all again, I would have an open-ended charcoal filter so that I could duct it then from pre-filter to charcoal filter, and then from charcoal filter to outside. But it does it well enough for shorter projects. If I was doing longer projects, I might want to vent the whole system outside, which is always the best option, guys. Always, like, even if you are filtering stuff, you always want to vent it outside. But you know, if you just don't have that option, like, it is tough for me to do it. I am in an apartment, but I can if I needed to. But I just thought it was going to be easier for winter months. I don't want to keep the window open and stuff like that, let the heat out. So I did that. I could always get better charcoal filters, pre-filters, all that stuff, like HEPA, 3-stage HEPA filters and stuff. But the fan is just a standard 4-inch inline fan that has good reviews on Amazon. That's what I would go with. You can go 6-inch or whatever. You can kind of raise the power, the CFM, and see what works for you, or see what you're willing to play with. All right, so this thing is almost done. I'm kind of curious. I want to see if this thing scans. I'm gonna be pleasantly surprised. Okay, I know the picture scans, but will the engraving of the picture scan? That's like the real test. Okay, because that means we captured enough detail, enough contrast that, you know, QR code still works. All right, we're almost done. About 90 seconds left. I think it might work. We have a lot of contrast here. All right, all right, all right. Ask your last questions, guys. We're about to end the stream. This is almost done. Go ahead and like this stream if you enjoyed it, if you're watching it back. If you're watching this back, like the video, please. By the way, thanks for all the info regarding the laser glass. Got mine from JTech, and it works. That's awesome, Chris. I'm glad you figured out a situation. Haha, Chris in the chat. Chris Thorogood, our CTO, in the chat. We're almost done. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're calling it a day. There we go. Let's do this. All right. It's very interesting, guys. Guys, like it has such an interesting look to it. It's like you can kind of see it, what it's trying to do, but it's also a QR code. So, 1 second while I stay unfocused. Oh my God, it worked, guys. It worked. It worked. Guys, the engraving work. Guys, I'm not worried. I wasn't worried that the image on like my laptop or whatever, the image downloaded would work. I was worried that the image engraved wouldn't work. And it does, because I know our first one did not. But this one, we upped the contrast and it ended up working, which was really cool. And it's harder to see through the camera because the other details are very subtle, but me, I can see the horse. I can see like the general outline of the horse and the cowboy hat. It might be harder for you guys to see. I'll try to get, right? Like, you guys see that, right? See the little cowboy hat, the horse. But yeah, that's really cool. All right, everybody thank Jack in the shop for the amazing idea because that was actually pretty cool. If you haven't signed up for the email list for our LaserBeam CO2 laser that we're going to be working on after. Okay, we're back. Should be back. Are we back? Everyone, we're back? Are we back? W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, good. Okay, we're back again. Okay, guys. If you guys are interested in CO2 lasers, go check out the landing page at cnc.com/ultrabeam, or you can go scan any of the QR codes that we were playing with in this stream. Go scan them, go watch back, or just go to our website, cnc.com/laserbeam. We have the alt mill for sale. We have the long mill MK 2.5 being released. Lots of changes being led by Chris, our CTO. G-Sender is continuing to get better and better, and the UI UX experience is only going to get better because they are putting a lot of work into it. Myself and Jason, in terms of customer service, we're also working and trying to get the software team better integrated so that we can get back to you guys a lot quicker with your software kind of pointed issues or questions and stuff like that. We're working on a lot of things. CNC is changing, but in a good way, hopefully. And we will only be able to offer you better products, better content, better technical support, better customer service, all better, nothing but better. But you got to stay tuned. You got to support us a little bit and give us a chance to show you what better looks like in terms of products, software, customer service, everything, all the above. Check us out. You know the deal. You know the deal. My name is Ikenna Ofoha for CNC Labs. And whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, I appreciate you spending a little bit of time with me. Barry R., thank you for joining us. Jack in the Shop, thank you for joining us. Dana, thank you for joining us. Chris, our CTO, thank you for joining us. Bill S., thank you for joining us. Chris B., thank you for joining us. Who else am I missing? I know I'm missing Nick's Astrophotography, thank you for joining us. Who else do we got? Hans, thank you for joining us. Barry R., did I already say thank you? Dougson, thank you for joining us. And Nicholas, thank you for joining us. You guys have a great rest of your day. And I will catch you in 2 weeks on LaserBeam Live, episode number 47. Good night. Take care.